Welcome to the Golden State Media Concepts Life and Happiness Podcast, the show that takes you on a journey of exploration. We'll discuss tried and true methods alongside the latest trends of how to best live your life to its fullest and happiest. From psychology to meditation, science to self-help books, the GSMC Life and Happiness Podcast will help you to discover what makes you happy and how you can live life being the best you possible.
Brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I am your host, Alyssa Jo. Hello, everybody. How is it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far and you've had a wonderful weekend. I am extra excited today. I am super stoked to be here because it is the 100th episode of Life and Happiness. Woo! We made it to 100 episodes. It actually honestly feels so crazy to me that I've done 100 episodes of just constant information of how to live your life to the fullest and the happiest. And honestly, over this past year of my life, this podcast has been like my little baby. I love it so much. I started doing this right kind of when I started to do school, and I've just grown to love it so much. Well, I started off by loving it, but just each and every week, I've grown to love it more and more, and it just feels so surreal that we're at 100 episodes. I cannot believe I have given you guys 100 episodes worth of information of how we can just create the life we want to live and, just everything to do with life. That's why I love this podcast so much, because I feel like I can talk about pretty much anything that's on my mind, any kind of topic that I want to work on personally. I can share that information with you and, we can all grow together. And I just feel like it's like a little life and happiness team, a little family. And it just gets me so happy and excited, and it feels so surreal that I'm at 100 episodes. So thank you guys so much for being here. It means the absolute world to me. I've just, even watched myself grow throughout this podcast, and I'm sure you guys have watched yourself grow throughout the podcast. If you've been tuning in from the very beginning, thank you so much. If you're a new listener, thank you for being here. It means the absolute world to me. This podcast, like I said, is like my baby. I just love it so much. I feel like it's just such a safe zone to talk about really important things about life and about happiness. And I've always been someone, that focuses on self-improvement, and especially over this past year, I've really taken on a self-discovery, self-improvement, self-love kind of journey, and this podcast has kind of been the through line to all of that for me, and it just feels so cool that I've got to take you guys along with me throughout my journey. And I'm getting all like soft and sappy because it's 100 episodes and like it's not ending here. Like we're still continuing on. It feels so cool. I feel like the 100 episode was such like a mark for me. I don't know. I was just super excited that today's episode is number 100. So welcome to the 100th episode of Life and Happiness. My name is Alyssa Jo, in case for some reason after 100 episodes you still don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm super stoked to be here. I'm super stoked to be your host from the beginning till now, all the way to the end. So thank you. Now, with that all being said, let's talk business, okay? Today, I thought we would talk about following our dreams, saying yes to opportunity, because those two things have been pretty much my focus over the past year, over the past 100 episodes, of course, to improve myself and all these things, but really it's, I've really been on this journey of self-love and following my dreams and saying yes. And I thought today I would just talk all about that, talk about why you should follow your dreams, give you reasons, very, very valid reasons. If you can't think of them by yourself, I'm going to give you some valid reasons of why you should be following your dreams, why you should be saying yes, why you should be a yes person. I have become a yes person over the past year. I kind of just made a promise to myself that I was going to say yes to every single opportunity I could, which sounds super overwhelming, but you figure out your own boundaries and you figure it all out. And I've said yes to so many amazing things this past year, and I feel like I have finally kind of I have ran on to the right path towards my dreams. I'm really on that journey, and this podcast has been such a huge part of that journey. So that's why I thought it'd be perfect for the 100th episode to talk all about following your dreams, saying yes, just more about creating that life you want to live and living your life to the fullest and the happiest. So thank you so much for being here. I will stop going off about how happy I am and how thankful I am that you are here and you are listening, and I will just jump right in to all the information that you guys love me to share and to talk about. So following your dreams. Now, I kind of wanted to give you a little bit about my story. I'm going to share some really cool success stories about people following their dreams. I'm going to give you some of my stories about saying yes to opportunities. I'm going to give you reasons why you need to say yes and why you need to follow your dreams. I'm going to help you kind of plan out maybe that process to get your dreams going and all of that. So you already know I got so much information coming for you. So let's kind of start from the beginning here. Like I said, this podcast has really helped me on the journey of following my dreams. I started a broadcasting program over a year ago now, and it was a very intense 1-year program. They kind of crammed in a whole bunch of information into 1 year. So it was a very intensive program, and within the first couple months, I was able to land my position with Golden State Media Concepts, and I started this podcast, and it was one of the most exciting days of my entire year. I remember calling my parents and freaking out and being like, I'm gonna be the host of this. I'm so excited. Like, I was just so crazy happy, so crazy excited about it. And it was, one of those times I felt a spark inside of me that I hadn't really felt for a really long time. When I stumbled upon the broadcasting program, I kind of found that little bit of a spark inside of me that I had lost. And then when I got this and I started to do this podcast, that spark was just starting to really ignite. It was really just those warm, fuzzy feelings inside. I was just so giddy happy. And so it's really been a huge part of me following my dreams. I grew up with not having the confidence to do something like this. And I never thought in a million years that I would be here talking to so many thousands of people about real life stuff, really like encouraging and motivating. And, my entire goal is just to touch one person, inspire one person, change one person's life just a little bit. And I would be so fulfilled and so happy with my work if I'm able to do that. So that's why it means so much for you to be here and for you to be listening to all of this. So with that being said, I for so long was not following my dreams simply because I almost didn't really know what they were. I think in a sense I did. I think, deep down I did really know what my dreams were, and I really did know my goals and all those things, but I pushed them all down so far, and I got stuck in my head that I was running behind in life, that I had to hurry up and decide what I wanted to do. I had to hurry up and get on that path and move forward, and it stressed me out, and it put me into a bad rut, and I struggled with my mental health for many, many years, and it honestly wasn't until this past year that I made a huge breakthrough. And before that, I definitely made, some breakthroughs. I was definitely doing a lot better, but this past year, it was really my big breakthrough. And so I just find it so cool that I've always struggled with my mental health. I've always, really tried to focus on being healthier mentally and physically. And then I got to do a podcast that talks all about that. And that's when I kind of found my dream. My dream is to help people, to help people create the life they want to live, and to help people be happy and inspire them and motivate them, and just, like I said, change at least one person's life. And you guys are helping me do that by being here and listening. And it's just such a cool opportunity for me. So with that being said, if you are not sure about what your dream is or what path you want to take or anything like that, that is okay, because all of a sudden you will stumble upon something and it'll light a spark inside of you, and it will feel like you've never felt ever before. And you will never know when it's coming, and it's going to come when you least expect it. And I think that's so, so cool when it comes to following your dreams and just life in general. It's those little surprises, because we don't get a lot of fun surprises in life. There's not a lot of big things that we get to be surprised with. But I think finding your passion sometimes can really come as a surprise. Even if you grow up thinking that you are passionate about one thing, life is going to throw you on this huge course, and you're going to take so many different turns and so many different obstacles, and then all of a sudden you'll find something and you won't be able to keep that smile off your face. And that is why it's so important to follow your dreams. Life is so damn short. But with that being said, it's so damn short. But who are you in a race with as well? I always felt like I was rushing, and I had to move forward, and I had to decide what I wanted to do, and I had to figure it all out. But you're not supposed to figure it all out. That's what life is. It's just you have to kind of figure it out as you go. At least that's what I've been doing. And so far, it's working out pretty well. So when it comes to following your dreams, you just need to be patient with yourself, and you need to really try to enjoy the process and not rush yourself, because you're not racing against anybody. This is you, this is your life, it's your dream, your pathway, your decisions. You get to decide what turns you make. You get to decide what obstacles you jump over. You get to decide your dream. So don't let anything or anyone stop you from going on that path and from going after your dreams and your goals, because there is nothing like the grind of going after your dreams. It is just such a cool feeling inside. So with that being said, it's time for a break. When we get back, I will jump into so many reasons why you need to be following your dreams right now. I'm going to be sharing some of my stories. I'm going to be talking about my yeses, why I became a yes person this year, how it's changed my life, and how you can be a yes person and how it'll change your life. So much information to be shared. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. So my reversible down alternative comfort set that I received from Linens & Hutch has to be one of my all-time favorite products I have ever gotten, okay? Now, this is an all-season comforter. I'm sitting right now looking out my window. It is snowing. I live in Canada. Yesterday, it was sunny and beautiful. So this is why I need an all-season comforter, so I don't get too hot or too cold, because I never know what the weather's gonna be. They use premium yarn, so it's twice as durable than cotton, which means less risk to rips and wear. It's naturally hypoallergenic, it's wrinkle resistant, and they have beautiful colors, okay? I got it in the sage and ivory. It's great for any room design, and they are so confident that you will love your bedding that they have a 100% money back guarantee. So there's really no reason that you should not be heading on over to linensandhutch.com/life, entering in the promo code GSMC Life, and you will be receiving 70% off site-wide free shipping. Go check this out. You're not going to regret it.
Are you tired of the same old news? Are you sick of the seemingly endless political spin and negativity? The GSMC America Still Beautiful podcast is a weekly news podcast covering all the top positive and uplifting news stories. We cover stories that will inspire, uplift, and remind you of the good in the world. Tune into the Golden State Media Concepts America Still Beautiful podcast to get all the great and positive news stories of today. Download the GSMC America Still Beautiful podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type GSMC in the search bar.
GSMC Life and Happiness Podcast. I'm your host, Alyssa Jo. Hello. Let me just remind you one more time. It is the 100th episode, so that's why I'm talking all about following your dreams, saying yes, becoming that yes person, why you need to right now. Oh, I am so excited to be here. So let me continue on about following your dreams. Now, I thought I would give you a list, a very, very strong list of why you should be following your dreams right now. You know, there's so many reasons why people don't follow their dreams. And so, maybe let's go through those a little bit first, okay? I think one of the most common dream killers is laziness. It's true. And we're all lazy at some times in our lives. We are humans. It is inevitable. It happens. So I think laziness is probably one of the most common dream killers, but, maybe just not having clearly defined goals, where you don't really know where to start, you don't know how to finish. It's really hard, right? So not having clearly defined goals can be really obviously misleading. And that was like me. I didn't really know what my defined goals were, and that's why I had such a hard time for so long until I stumbled upon something that I was like, that's it, right? So sometimes you need that aha moment, but it doesn't always come when we want it to. So there's that. Also, self-doubt. Huge dream killer. When you don't believe in yourself, of course you're not going to go after the things that seem so far-fetched, right? Your dreams are supposed to be those things that scare you, totally outside of your comfort zone, something that's going to push you so far outside, And when you're too scared to make the leap to go after those dreams because of your self-doubt, of course that's going to hold you back. If you're thinking, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, big dream killer there. Or maybe listening to other people. I'm going to give you a little bit of an example for this a little bit later. I have a cool success story about one of my best friends and how she followed her dream. But for so long, she was being held back because of listening to other people and what they thought and their negative talk, and how that can be such a dream killer. It can be so huge. We are so strongly influenced by the people around us, especially our friends, our families, the people that we love dearly. So if we are surrounded by people that do not believe in our dream as well, of course we're not going to believe in our dream, right? So we have to make sure we're surrounding ourselves with the right people. Maybe, it's actually just not your dream. Okay, I know that sounds weird, but maybe you think you want something, maybe you think you know your goal, you think you know your passion, but you're just unmotivated to go get it. It might be because it's just not your dream, and it's like you think that that's going to make you happy, but really on the inside it's not going to, so you kind of just don't do it. And so that's a big dream killer right there. I think quitting, when times get tough, no dream is dead until you quit, but it can be really easy to quit when things get hard because, well, we're humans and it's a natural, reflex, honestly. So obviously quitting is definitely a big dream killer. If you have the wrong motives, if you're going after this passion or this dream or this goal for the wrong reasons, that can definitely kill your dream. Or just unrealistic goals. I am all for pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, going way beyond what you ever think you could achieve. But then when it comes down to it, you have to make sure that these are realistic. If I'm saying right now that I hope to get to the moon by 2023, that is super unrealistic. First of all, there is no way I'm ever going to go to the moon. As cool as that would be, I am not equipped to go to the moon. So you have to make sure that you are setting realistic goals for yourself and your dreams are realistic in your wheelhouse. But there's a fine line between, you got to go out of your comfort zone. You got to make sure you're pushing way further than you could have ever imagined yourself. But you kind of got to draw the pros and cons and figure out what's realistic and what's maybe not so realistic. So now let's talk about, I'm going to give you some great reasons of why you should be following your dreams, okay? So I think my first reason is that you're going to regret it later on in life. If you are delaying following your dream, you are going to question yourself why you didn't do it sooner. Life is so short, stop waiting around. What are you waiting for? What is holding you back? You need to find out what is holding you back, and you need to demolish those things. You need to crush those things and making sure that you are just focused on what's going to make you happy. And the thing that's going to make you happy is going after your dreams. I promise you, even though it's going to be tough, even though it's going to be a long journey, you will not regret going after something. Even if you fail, even if you fail, at least there's never going to be a regret of, oh, what if, or, what if I chose this, or what if I did that? Stop with the what if. Stop thinking anything other than I can do this and I deserve to do this and I deserve to be happy. So stop waiting around and go after your dream. Now, also, not following your dreams is going to make you feel very unaccomplished. It's going to unmotivate you. It's not going to be great because it just feels kind of crappy to know that you have these dreams and these goals and all of this potential, but you're not letting yourself live up to the potential. Like, come on, right? Like, you gotta make sure that you live up to your potential. You want to feel accomplished, right? You want to feel like that you've achieved success in your life, that you have been motivated and inspired, and that you've gone after everything you possibly could in your lifespan, right? So stop, waiting around, because you're going to feel so unaccomplished and so uninspired if you keep waiting and not following your dreams. And then eventually feeling so unaccomplished and this sense of this low feeling that, you're now, that's really when the self-doubt comes in and all these other things, then that will really stop you from going after your dream altogether. The next one is that it's going to attract some attention, okay? And some of the attention might be from the haters. That's okay though, because a lot of the attention will be from other people who want to go after their dreams as well and be inspired as well. I talk so much about surrounding yourself with the same like-minded people. If you surround yourself with people that are going after their dreams, that are motivated and want things out of life, that will motivate you as well. And then if you are that person that's going after your dreams and doing everything that you have planned and, reaching those goals, you are going to motivate others too. And doesn't it feel so good to be the reason that somebody else, went after their dream? Like, just imagine that feeling on the inside, that you were the reason that you inspired someone to finally go after their goal and achieve everything they wanted in life. That is so, so cool. Okay? Now, people who follow their dreams are doers. Doers have more power to create, to influence, and to change their environment. And that means that you eventually can change the world. Don't you want to be somebody that does something to change the world? That makes some sort of an impact on somebody's life or the environment or society, anything like that. Isn't that so cool? So when you are a doer, when you are following your dreams, you have that more power to create and to influence other people and to change your own environment, but change other environments as well, to make a difference in this world. 2020 has really shown us that life can throw us curveballs, really big curveballs that none of us know how to handle. None of us know how to deal with it at all. But it also shows that there's so many opportunities still, and even out of a bad situation, we can find a positive, and it can motivate us to do better and to create more and to influence others to do better in their life as well. And life is going to feel so much more memorable. You're going to feel and you're going to become a more memorable person when you're reaching your dreams, when you're going after those goals. Dreams make you take chances. But chances can bring more opportunities, and opportunities is just such a beautiful part about life, that we get to wake up every single day with a new opportunity to create the life we want to live and to go after those goals and to achieve anything that we set our minds to. Chances are scary. Taking the risks are scary, but it's so worth the outcome, the opportunities that get presented to you when you just go full force into something and you're not afraid. Or even if you are afraid and you just leap forward, it'll be just so amazing how many opportunities open up for you. And your dreams and your actions define you. I talk so much about what doesn't define you, like, your mental health and depression and things like that don't define you. But I think somebody that's a doer, somebody that goes after their goals, somebody that takes the action to do those things, I think that's what defines you. Your ability to pick yourself back up and still chase after those dreams. Don't let others define you with what they tell you to do and what not to do. You get to define yourself by your actions and your dreams and your goals and what you want out of life. Nobody else can tell you any different. So go after what's going to make you happy and let that define you, and pick yourself back up every single time that life knocks you down. That's what defines you. Okay, it's time for another break, but don't go anywhere. I'm so excited. I have more information, more reasons of why you should follow your dreams. Then I'm going to be jumping in to saying yes to opportunity, the changes that it's made in my life. I'm going to give you some really cool stories that I hope will, touch your heart a little bit and inspire you to get off your butt and follow everything that you've ever wanted out of life. Okay, I will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Welcome back to the last stretch of the 100th episode of Life and Happiness. I am your host, Alyssa Jo. Hello. We're talking all about following your dreams, saying yes to opportunity, why you should get off your butt right now and achieve everything that you've ever wanted to. So you are going to inspire others to follow their dreams, even if they know nothing about you. When you see somebody following their dreams, going outside of their comfort zone, isn't it motivating? Isn't it exciting? I think it's such a cool feeling. So follow your dreams to inspire yourself and to inspire others and inspire the world. And following your dreams definitely makes you interesting. It makes life interesting. Sitting back and just waiting for life to happen, boring, okay? Get off your butt and make life interesting for yourself. Go achieve all those things that you've ever wanted. And who doesn't love a good challenge? Who doesn't love to be pushed outside their comfort zone? Who doesn't love to face their fears, I know it's scary, but afterwards, that feeling of I did it, that accomplishment, there's just nothing quite like it. So, there's no rules in life, so why limit yourself to what everybody else is doing? Push yourself further than that. Make yourself better than that, And when you follow your dreams, you're going to really find that purpose for you. You're going to find that reason, because we all have a reason for being here. And even if your dreams fail, you're going to feel really proud that you gave it your all to accomplish them. And dreamers fail now and then, but they also learn more in life by going after those things and taking those risks. So be a doer, be a dreamer, and say yes to opportunity, okay? So then this leads me to talking about saying yes to opportunity. Now, over this past year, I promised myself to be a yes person, to say yes to every single thing that I could. And when I started school, I didn't want a part-time job. I didn't want anything else. I just wanted to focus on my schoolwork, okay? And then I got presented with this amazing opportunity. And I got presented with another work opportunity. And I was just like, holy crap, I am just loading my schedule right now. This is not what I intended this year to be. I just wanted to focus on school and school only, and that was it. But then I got presented with these opportunities, and I took the risk and I said yes. And it was honestly two of the best yeses that I've made all year. It has opened up so many doors for me, and saying yes is the most simple I guess it's not the most simple three-letter word, but it comes out of your mouth pretty easy sometimes. And when you say yes, you will just see the doors that are getting presented to you, that you get to open and you get to run right through, and you get to create the life that you want to live. And just by saying yes, I met so many people, so many interesting people that influenced my life. I have amazing job opportunities from it. I got to experience a new city and travel around and meet people. And it's just been such a crazy, awesome year. that's really helped me, stay on track with my dreams. And so saying yes, it's really helped me follow everything that I've ever wanted to. So I really challenge you, just start with a month. Just say, pick 1 month that you're going to say yes to absolutely everything, okay? Because life is so short to keep saying no to opportunities and to, putting yourself on the back burner because you're scared. You have to say yes to things. You have to take the risk and go outside of your comfort zone. And you will be so amazed with how much happiness and joy comes to you just from saying yes to more things that might scare you. I was so scared about overloading my schedule. And was I tired? Did I work literally around the clock? Was I exhausted? And did I feel like there was not enough time in the day? Yes. Yes, I did. But it's okay. It was all worth it. Now I've made it here, and it's the experience that I've had over the past years. All of the experiences that I've had over the past year has been the best memories of my life so far, pretty much, because it's just brought me so much joy and so much happiness that I never even knew was possible. So never be afraid to say yes, okay? It's so much fun, and it's so cool. Of course, you have to know your boundaries, but saying yes, it's just so freaking exciting because you never know what's going to happen on the end of that door, what's going to happen at the end of that conversation. Who are you going to meet that's going to bring you to another door that's going to lead you closer to your dream and closer to your goals. It's just so cool how the universe works, how it all lines up, because everything happens for a reason. So you're going to say yes to an opportunity for a reason, and you will be so amazed with what comes from it. Now, I wanted to share a story about saying yes and following your dreams, and it's from my best friend. She, for so many years, okay, I think she did 3 different university courses, okay? So she had always wanted to take a broadcasting program. She always wanted to be a voice, to do the news or anything like that. She loved radio, and she loved television, and she loved reporting and all these things, just the broadcasting industry in general. But the people around her always influenced her by saying, no, that's not a steady income. That industry is very up and down. You never really know what's going to happen. Like, it's not a safe option. So, she listened to everyone around her, and she took the safe option. She went to school, I believe the first one was nursing because her mom was a nurse. And then she didn't like that, and she ended up dropping out of that. And then she tried to take a administration one because that was a safe option, and that was a job that will always be there. And then that didn't work out because she was so miserable. And then she took another course, and it was just like course after course after course that, and years are going by, right? Time is going by, her life is going by, and she was never fully happy because she knew deep down what she wanted to do, but she kept playing the safe option because everyone around her was telling her to play the safe option, and that her dream was unrealistic, and that it'll never work out in her benefit by doing that, right? And it actually took her a really big health scare for her to finally say, you know what, life is way too damn short. I need to shove everybody else's opinions away, and I need to think about what I want and what's going to make me happiest, because life is short. So finally, at 28 years old, which I know is still very, very young, but when you're in your 20s, I was 19 being like, oh my God, I have to figure out exactly what I want to do with my life right now. And I thought it was the end of the world if I didn't figure it out. And so when you're in your 20s, you feel like you just need to know everything. And so by the time she was 28, she was she had this big health scare, and she was finally like, you know what? I'm done. I'm finally going to go after my dream. And she applied to the broadcasting school. She got in. That's how I met her. And we got to follow our dreams together. And it was such a cool thing. She got to hear my story through my mental health journey. And I got to hear her story of all these different programs and courses and all of her ups and downs that led her to this broadcasting program. We had 2 very different lives, 2 very different streams of everything. But we came together for the same dream. For a very similar dream, and it was so cool how our paths crossed. And now she's somebody in my life that I look up to. She inspires me because, even though she was kind of putting herself on the back burner for so long because of everybody else's opinions, not her own, but everybody else's opinions, talked her into always playing the safe option. So then she convinced herself in her own head, okay, yeah, this is a safe option, this is the right thing to do. Until finally, when she had literally a life and death moment, she was like, you know what? Life is too short. I can't do this anymore. And it was so cool for me to hear her story at the beginning of my year, when I was kind of just breaking through of my mental health journey and kind of getting up on the other side. And it was so cool to hear that kind of success story, that it's never too late to follow your dreams. It's never too late to say yes to opportunity. It's never too late to just go after and to create the life you want to live. Whether you're 19, 28, 50, or 70 years old, it does not matter how old you are or where you are at in life. You deserve to be happy, and you deserve to be pushed outside of your comfort zone and to follow all these things that you want out of life and to achieve all of these things that you want out of life. So stop putting yourself on the back burner. Stop making excuses for yourself. Stop, taking the easy way out or the safe way out. Life's boring if you always take the easy way out or the safe way out. You deserve more than that. So I strongly believe that you need to get off your butt today. You need to go after every single thing that you want, and you just need to find your own happiness and define yourself. Pick yourself back up after every single fail and keep going after those dreams, because that's what's going to make you happy. That's how you're going to live your life to the happiest and the fullest. Okay? So thank you so much for listening to GSMC Life and Happiness, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I'm your host, Alyssa Jo, and I am literally emotional about the 100th episode, because this podcast just means so much to me. It's helped me through so much, and I hope it's helped you through so much as well. I hope it's made a difference in your journey and following your dreams and going after what you want, because it's made such a huge difference in mine. So thank you for listening to the episode today. Thank you for listening to 100 episodes. Thank you for being here with me, for the support, the love. It means the absolute world to me. So I encourage you to be inspired and motivated and to push yourself outside of your comfort zone and go after everything that you've ever wanted in life. So thank you. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. I still have episodes coming out just because it's the 100th episode, and I'm super duper excited about it. I still got lots more coming out every single Monday and Thursday. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Head over to the social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I update those regularly. I would love to interact with you. And don't forget to leave a 5-star review, okay? It means the world to me, and I love reading them. So take a few seconds out of your day, leave a review, let me know your opinion, tell me what your dream is. I would love to know it all. Thank you. Stay happy, stay positive, and follow your dreams. Bye.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Life and Happiness Podcast, part of the GSMC Podcast Network. You can find the show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcasts on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type in GSMC to find all of our shows from the GSMC Podcast Network, from sex and relationships to health and wellness, life and happiness, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's episode of the Golden State Media Concepts Life and Happiness Podcast.